Wewe kai. Una zoom mzuri. Umepiga rigijimba ambo. This guy here. Wewe. Seriously. Hebu peleka mahali anapiga gari na hawezi onekana. Ndio amemaliza.
Ah, Jazi! Ah! Wapinga hivi! Hizi mwana. Kwenda hivyo! Wewe, sema wewe. Elektora. Haya ni. Kweli mawe. Haya, wewe go iki.
Welcome back. Now we're set to review the unfortunate events that played out yesterday in Witima Church in Othaya, Nyeri County, where a church service attended by a section of opposition leaders led by DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua turned chaotic. There were reports of live fire renting the air, as you saw, lobbed tear gas canisters causing anguish to worshippers, including children who were attending the service. Damage to property was reported. Luckily, no loss of life was reported. Now, police condemned the attack, saying perpetrators will be brought to book, but there's need to follow this blanket condemnation with proper action, because regardless of your political affiliation, fundamental rights were infringed in that unfortunate scene at Witima Church in Nyeri County. Talk of freedom of worship, freedom of association, freedom of speech, just to name a few. Where is the respect for human rights? As I said earlier, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Now, with so much noise about whether the chaos was by design or by default, we want to get to the crux of the matter. Cleophas Malala, the DCP party leader, is in the building, and we're not only set to get his eyewitness account, but equally establish the nexus, if any, between state-sponsored violence amid heightened political activity. Cleophas Malala, thank you so much for your time. And we've seen the chronology of those unfortunate events. It's already out in the public. But since you were there in Othaya, Nyeri County at Witima Church, talk to us about your eyewitness account. What exactly transpired?
First of all, Jesse, I'm the deputy party leader.
Deputy party leader.
Party leader.
Yes, yes.
Our party leader is His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. Yesterday was such a horrific day. It is a day, for a moment, I felt terrified. I've been in so many events where political intolerance has been exercised, but yesterday was the worst. I imagined what those children and women felt moments before they met the ultimate death during the Kiambaa massacre. That is the point where we were. Because as we were starting the service, we had just gone a third into the service. The clergy was just about to do the second reading. We had bullets being shot from outside. We had tear gas being blown up and down in the entire precincts of the church. And we tried to rush outside to establish what the problem was or what the cause of the chaos was. And we realized that we had been attacked. We had been attacked by police who were armed. We had been attacked by goons, protected by police. And we were surprised. We wondered what is it, because we had not even started giving out our speeches. That is when the congregation tried to run outside the doors, but those people used excessive force and made people return into the church. They lobbied tear gas inside the church. Children were suffocating. Mothers were choking. And it was quite a horrific point. The saddest moment was when children fainted at the altar, crying, painfully inhaling toxic gases. Mothers were unable to control their children. And the iconography that touched my heart was when I saw a very young child kneeling at the altar, a 6-year-old girl, resolving to return to the Lord. Like that is where we've pushed our children to, kneeling at the altar, coughing and praying to the Lord that, oh Lord, help me. That was the most saddest picture I saw. Tears rolled down my cheeks and I felt like, come on, now this has gone to the worst extreme. And I wondered, why would a government which rode on the platform of the church exercise such brutality against its own citizen? You know, the Kenya Kwanza administration was elected on the platform of the church. But it is quite unfortunate that the same government is fighting back the church. You ask yourself, why would they have waited even for us to go out and do a rally and try and do all that shenanigans? Why did they decide to attack us in the church? That attack was not by mistake, because it was a sustained attack for almost 40 minutes. And then they retreated, came back. Again, after 25 minutes, they came back and then had another attack for about 15 minutes. So it was like an hour's attack. So those people did not have a human heart, even for a moment, to reason and come out soberly and think, come on, we are doing a mistake, for 1 hour. Surprisingly, that the officers who were leading the attacks were not officers from the neighboring police station. Those were officers from Muranga and some from the headquarters, Nairobi headquarters.
And how were you able to establish this?
We've just been seeing videos here. We have photos of those officers. We have their names. The senior officer there who was leading the operation was one Peter Wainaina Kabuga of telephone number 0723 50 66 47. The other police officer, and we have given the relevant authorities these names, is one John Maina, aka Birash, who is the bodyguard to Betty Maina, who is the woman representative of Muranga. I am surprised that the CS Interior, Murkomen, is saying that they have opened up investigations. It is now more than 40 hours from the incident. The police have not even visited the site. No statement has been recorded. But by the mere fact that Murkomen said that he has engaged the IG, and the IG committed that he's going to handle that matter through the internal dispute, internal affairs unit. That in itself is an admission that the people who committed that heinous act are actually police officers. Because if it were not, we were wrong in insinuating that the police officers are the ones who are leading the attack. I saw the Madeira MP trying to insinuate that those were goons hired by us. I want to ask the nation. I am a civilian. What powers do I have to convene police who are armed to come and implement my script? You saw very well in those videos. We have a GK vehicle, GKB 765X. We want to know who signed that work ticket, because all government vehicles, before they go anywhere, there's a work ticket that is signed. Was it an operation? The GK vehicle is there. 2 GK vehicles. One from Darangwa or something, and another one from Muranga. The police officers and the area OCS was not briefed about this operation. The church is less than 100 meters away from the local police station. No police officer from that local station came to our rescue. So I want to call upon the cabinet secretary to stop these hypocritic acts of issuing PR statements on his Facebook and Twitter handle and think that Kenyans can be fooled that this country is by any chance caring about them. We have reported 16 incidences. Since last year, we've had serious attacks. In 2024, we had an attack in Limuru. Our party leader was attacked in a funeral church service in Limuru. In December, in Shamata, we were attacked. In Mwiki PCA church, you saw police officers and goons running into us in the PCA church. We have reported these incidences 16 times to no avail of success.
So 16 instances is quite an unfortunate time of events. And of course, as members of the media, we have to sort of play it safe. Yes, we've seen those videos, but we still haven't substantiated whether these officers are truly attached to the woman representative of Muranga and some of the names that have been mentioned, including by your party leader, Bwana Rigathi Gachagua. But it's clear there's a video of armed men that we can't dispute, believed to be police officers walking closely with men wielding batons. Those are some of the videos that have circulated on social media, and we've seen the police vehicles. There's a registration number plate that was mentioned, that GKB 765X, that was captured in those widely circulating videos. So did you inform the police of your presence prior? And from your view, were the police there to secure the area? Were they simply siding with those who had orchestrated the chaos? We're trying to get the crux of the matter.
Our constitution is very clear. We have the freedom to worship.
True.
I do not have to inform or notify any police officer when I go to worship a church. Be it as it may, you know very well, our security was withdrawn. My party leader has no security. Myself, I do not have security. We've pleaded with this government, asked the government of the day to give us security. We are part of the opposition. When Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya, Raila Odinga was the leader of opposition. He was given security. When Kibaki was the president, he used to give Uhuru Kenyatta security as the leader of opposition. Because we are also leading a people, and therefore it is our constitutional right for us also to have a security. Rigathi Gachagua is not just an ordinary civilian. He was the deputy president, elected deputy president of this Republic of Kenya. Denying him security is first of all in bad faith, because he is a Kenyan, he needs security. They have withdrawn our security. We have reported these incidents 16 times. They have not done anything. So to what help will it be for us to notify the area police that we are going for a church service? When we got into the church, the attacks were done. The area OCS did not even come to our rescue. Up to today, he has not even visited the church.
So from where you sit, can police feign ignorance in terms of saying they didn't know about any plans to cause chaos?
But you see, let's assume they didn't know any plans to cause chaos. But there was chaos. What did they do about it? What was their response? Nothing. So they were waiting for children to be killed. They were waiting for mothers to be killed so that they come and pick their corpses. That's very unfortunate. We want to know who was the OCS on duty that day. What did he do? Was he given a brief by his colleagues? Because I've seen the Madira MP and his wife trying to insinuate that we had goons who were hovering around the church compound, and when the goons conflicted, the police came in to help us. So the police vehicle drove all the way from Muranga to come and help us. Yet the neighboring police officers in the neighboring police station were unable to come and help us. Was it a must that the bodyguard of Betty Maina was the one coming to rescue us? So when they came to rescue us, you've seen a video vividly showing us how a police officer is shooting at our vehicles. So was that a rescue, or had the police officers, did they come to assassinate us? You've seen a police officer pointing at our guns. Those vehicles, we had drivers seated inside those vehicles.
Yeah.
And the police officer shamelessly points at the vehicle and shoots the vehicle. Jesse, we have lost a country. This country is operating, we are on autopilot. We do not have a leader. This is a shameful act that will be inscribed in the history of Kenya. That children can be tear gassed. And you see, such acts invoke bitter memories of the 2007-2008 post-election violence. JC, you remember very well that in Kiambaa church, we had children burning inside the church. We saw that video of a 4-year-old trying to crawl outside the flames, and an inhuman a person got hold of the child and threw the child back to the fire.
Yeah, it's quite morbid,
That is where we are headed to. Unfortunately, the same perpetrators who had been accused of that heinous act in Kiambaa are the same ones leading this operation.
And we'll get to find out who exactly he's talking about, because the police mentioned there'd be a prompt response. It's over 24 hours later. We haven't seen an iota of progress in terms of the investigations. Perhaps let's give them the benefit of doubt. But as we come back, we'll be asking, where exactly does the buck stop? Is the Inspector General of Police in charge of his men on the ground, or are these orders coming from elsewhere? Is the police service truly independent? Stay with us. We'll be back in a few.